You're listening to the Claret and Big Blue podcast on the Pass the Gravy podcast network.
Damn, Daniel.
And we are live.
We'll do it live!
Welcome everyone to Claret and Big Blue, probably the only podcast on the internet dedicated to West Ham United and the New York Giants. That's right, football and football balls. For everyone, stay staying, my fish, and I am joined as always by Mr. Alex Middleton. Alex, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, man? I'm doing well. Happy early birthday to you, buddy. I know, what are you trying? 35? 36? 37?
There we go.
37? Oh, that's sweet 37. That's what they always say.
Life begins at 37, as they say.
37 is the new 21.
Plus the good thing is, now I live in America, so technically I get like a 29-hour birthday because at 7 p.m. Eastern, I can start celebrating because it'll be midnight in my place of birth. Oh. So I get like 5 extra hours of birthday.
Dude, that's pretty sick. I didn't even think about that.
I don't know, if I moved up to the West Coast, forget about it.
Yeah, like a 6-week birthday.
I think that's how time zones work, but...
Pretty much. Still a mystery to me.
How's your day been, Alex? How are you doing?
It's pretty good, man. It's raining a lot here, so not a lot to do outside. But yeah, we're inside here talking about football and talking about a little soccer. Some positive news, finally.
Fine.
In the world of West Ham, at least.
Yeah, we finally scored a goal.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's crazy. When we score 100% of the times we score goals, we win games. I like that way that looks. You know,
good stat.
We could keep scoring goals. We might keep winning matches.
I mean, I've heard people throw this around, but apparently, if you don't score a goal, it's impossible to win. I haven't run the numbers myself.
Really,
but
I'm not a math guy either, but yeah, it seems like it's much more difficult to win when you don't score, and it's amazing that like we scored one more than the other team. Just we score more goals than the other team. That's my strategy, at least. It seems like it worked for West Ham this past weekend, so I was very happy with that.
And it's I mean, we can get 4 is his claiming that goal, and why wouldn't you? I would, but that was a hell of a fluky goal. I mean, let's dive straight into it. Obviously, we can gloss over Europe because that was a pretty against Viborg. Yeah, even though we had our doubts.
I heard of him.
Even though we had our doubts because
we did.
West Ham weren't doing so well before then. It was pretty much a nice cruise to victory, and a night that kit is definitely growing on me. That orange and white one.
I'm telling you, with the orange shorts, it really looks way better to me.
And the picture they showed on the store, the orange on the shorts looked way different to the orange on the shirt. But actually, when they're wearing it, it actually looked quite good.
Yeah, it didn't look as bad as the internet made it seem like it did. And, I mean, they looked good in it. Like, the team played well in it, so I'm cool with that.
Bob McFunderwolf's joining us in the live chat. Obviously, if you are listening to us on demand, we are live on YouTube and Twitch, so don't forget you can join us. What were the stats from last season? The LMNOP stats. I haven't run the numbers, to be honest, on that. I can't
it was like possession, shots, or possession plus shots divided by
corners or something.
Or corners, yeah, corners. We just made up a stat like, do well. I mean, according to the LMNOP.
Didn't get picked up by anyone else, but
obviously it was a dominant stat, though.
Yeah, maybe we have to come up with something else for season 3.
We'll reinvent the LMNOP stat.
Yeah, but I'm sure it was good. But yeah, before we finish on that Viborg game, that Scamacca finish. Oh,
yeah, dude,
that boy
fucking
got a foot.
Italian. the Italian stallion. He's looking pretty good out there. And it's always fun to just be like, Scamacca! Every time he scores a goal, I'm never going to not do it. Never going to not do it.
I do like the kid's attitude because against Villa, when before we scored, he was like, can we try going towards their goal, please? Come on, let's go.
Right, he was like, let's do this. What's weird with Scamacca is like this is what made me hate Roberto. Like you're much more easier to hate. Like when I already am souring on you when you got the weird neck tattoos, and he's got a lot of weird neck tattoos. So it's like I really hope we don't sour on Scamacca because I'm like fuck this dude. Like I'm gonna be like fuck that guy really quick. Like Roberto, you're like you fucking piece of shit with your fucking like maybe you use the fucking angel wings to help you save a fucking shot. I don't fucking know. But like just I like lost it watching Roberto and like Scamacca crushing it right now. You get to do the cool Italian hands again. And it's just like, just keep letting me do that, and I won't complain. But like, if it sours, I feel like I'm really gonna hate the guy.
I like how you're being proactive, though. You're already all right. Just in
letting you
case
guys know that's gonna be what I
shit.
focus on when I start hating him, because I know I'm not as good of a player as he is, so I can't do anything to fix it. But I can lash out, and like that's what I'm focusing on.
Neck tattoo, motherfucker. Score more goals. Yeah, the team choice against Villa interested me. I'm going to give Moyes the benefit of the doubt, but he dropped Ben Rama. I'm hoping he was doing that just simply because, hey, we've got Tottenham in a couple of days, so I need to rest him. Because he's been arguably, and there's not many to choose from this year so far, but he's been arguably their best player this season. Would you agree with that?
I mean, you could like. I think Kira takes best player from the match, but like when Benrahma came in, it was just a.
Oh no! So I mean, but up until that game,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, Benrahma.
So like,
should
why
have had the
wasn't he
goal
playing?
against Nottingham. He didn't look great in the opener against City, but it's City. And then against Brighton, like he had some opportunities. He's had opportunities that he hasn't been able to capitalize on. And like I think we've been very critical of like if he could just fucking finish. This would be an all-time. This could be a hell of a campaign for him, and I think like him kind of figuring it out. Like he was just like everything coming off his foot was nails. The guy didn't have a bad fucking possession the entire match. I don't think when he came in there. But I mean Emerson being the new guy, I think you kind of wanted to be a little flashy. They were trying to show like we're changing it up a little bit. I mean the previous lineups didn't really work well. I sort of see what Moyes was doing. But yeah, I was a little like curious as to why that was the decision that he went with to just sit Benny. But yeah, maybe just kind of like rest him up a little bit, not make him play the full time.
Yeah, what did you think of the new boys? Obviously, Kera's. I'm a big fan of Kera when he's not giving away penalties.
Night and day better than the Brighton game for sure. I don't necessarily know if he made up for the penalty in the Brighton game, but he was pretty awesome. Emerson, I still want to see some more out of him. I didn't think he was bad. I mean, it's your first time working with a new squad. You're gonna have to kind of.
Yeah, I don't think he's had many training sessions with the fellas yet. So
I felt like he was still sort of working some stuff out there. I mean, not a new guy. Within the last 2 years, he's a new guy, Zuma. But I think we've had like it's the anniversary of us signing him was like yesterday. But Zuma was fucking as locked down as you could be. Like nothing was getting past that guy. That guy was a fucking brick wall in the back. Also, just noting like when we stopped playing 5 back. Like we did that the entire first half. We looked like shit. The second half when we played without 5 back, like, oh, wow, crazy. It's amazing how much more we can move shit around. And I thought that was a good adjustment from Moyes. And they were even kind of saying on the broadcast that, like, you saw West Ham made halftime adjustments. Moyes came out there. West Ham was obviously the stronger team in the second half. Aston Villa didn't really do anything. And I mean, they almost drew even a couple of times or almost took a lead a couple of times. But I just thought that the defensively West Ham was fucking nails. And I mean, investing in every back that there was available it's seeming like it was a solid plan. Like maybe we just don't give up a ton of goals, huh? Let's work on that. We're not scoring a lot. Yeah. Maybe we stop letting in so many goals, and then we're going to be a lot better of a team.
But yeah, I think defensively going forward, we are going to. I think Kera's definitely coming into his own. I think the nerves weren't there. I think he started. I think him giving away that penalty in the Brighton game.
It was a dumb play, that penalty
just
game.
Kind of rocked his nerves a bit, maybe. Because obviously, if you're on a yellow card and you've already given away a penalty, you're going to be not going in for as many tackles as you would have normally because you're going to be like, well, if I get sent off and things like that. So
I made him focus on other things, and I think he was very, very successful in those. And he was breaking up a lot of passes. And I mean, just again, Zuma was just. I felt so confident when they had it, and when Zuma was anywhere near the ball, I was like, "All right, this is ours." Rice looked a little shaky in that first half, but the second half he kind of came around. I mean, the whole team pretty much came around. I don't really love what I'm seeing out of Antonio with Antonio in there. I think Skamaka definitely fits the system a little bit better. It seems like he kind of gels a little bit more with everybody else. Benny being fucking Benny. Bowen, not great. I don't know what's up with Bowen right now, man.
In the Premier League, he's definitely been missing this season so far.
It just feels like he's a different guy. I have no idea.
He's played well in Europe,
injury?
but
we're playing
Beerborg,
yeah. Air V and V, whatever we're fucking called. I don't know. Like we should beat a Danish team. I almost said Denmarkian team, but I didn't. I corrected that. We should beat a Danish team as a fucking Premier League team that's paying all this money to all these guys in the transfer window. I mean, this is what West Ham has been asking for years and years and years, and I am shocked every single time that we're like, whoa, we're exploring one more guy that we might bring in this transfer window. I'm like, well, we have money still? Like, they're still going to spend? What are we doing? This is awesome.
I don't know who's...
Hey, what if we just address needs that this team has?
Or I think someone's great grandfather died and they got some money and they was like, oh shit.
We should spend this on the team. Maybe we do that and improve them instead of just be like, this is your squad, figure it out.
It's close to 200 million we've spent in the summer. That's
moving
ridiculous.
Some money. Not very West Ham-ish. I was very nervous that there was going to be a big selling spree. I'm hoping that there's not. I am seeing some rumors that maybe Dawson's not very happy with where he is on the team. I would love to keep Dawson. I don't know. I think soccer's a weird thing because it's like, is there like a luxury tax you pay? Do you pay luxury tax? I know in baseball you have to pay a luxury tax, but it's like you're a billionaire, you own the team. Like you don't really like luxury taxes don't count to me. But like in soccer, I feel like it's like, well, I have all the like the fucking Man City guy, like nothing bothers him money wise. So like just spend it all. Who gives a shit, man? Like I'll keep all the guys, and that's why City is so fucking dominant. Like West Ham just needs to be like, yeah, keep spending. Obviously, if it stops working, like if we can't figure something out, but like it seems like we're putting together this back line that's gonna fucking be shut down. And being in the Conference League, even though it's just the Conference League,
it's still a trophy.
I think that being able to have a lockdown defense, having a squad that can go deep in a cup run of any sort. I don't know if is it the Carabao still, the Carabao or the FA Cup, whatever it is. If we can make a run in both of those, maybe like let's go balls to the wall. West Ham's got to do something. Like we haven't started off the Premier League campaign well, but it seemed like the team kind of was coming together in that second half, and I feel like maybe that's just like we were just waiting on this. Maybe we shouldn't have freaked out like we did because I laid in bed to watch this. I didn't even get out of bed to watch West Ham this weekend. I was just like, fuck this. You know what? I'm gonna throw it on in the bed. I'm just gonna watch it like this. And by the end of it, I was sitting up in the second half, like, okay, we're doing some stuff.
Which you came to play today, okay.
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of mailed it in the first couple of weeks of the season, and I think that maybe if this is the team that we're gonna get going forward, I mean, obviously offensively, we need to work out what we're doing there because I mean, Biddy needs to finish more often than he is. Let's get Skamaka some goals. Antonio needs to play better all around. But I like the way that this team is trending, and you can't really like it wasn't the best win. It was stressful, and like West Ham does every single time. Like they're like we very rarely get the 4-0s at Norwich.
Yeah,
West Ham likes to make you sweat it out, and they did make us sweat it out. And I mean, if we're gonna get results, I'm cool sweating it out now. I'm back in.
But did you see on the official West Ham United Twitter page, they released a post-match interview with Pablo Fornals, and he was basically alluding to the fact that I think what's been leading to the performances is a lot of stress within the team because obviously they realised not only have they not won a game, they haven't scored a goal. This is not a good look right now. So I think... Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were obviously very pleased with the goal, but I think that the stressful end of it was, I think they, I'm not in a dressing room, so I don't know, but I think a lot of it was them like, let's just fucking hunker down, let's just get this win over and done.
Yeah,
like,
just
get it done.
Just chill out a little bit. We're a quality side on paper at least. Like let's go play like it, and I mean, when Fornals was a fucking badass that game. I loved what Fornals has been doing this season. He just hasn't been able to get it together with the team. I mean, I guess that Man City game he didn't look great, but other than that, Fornals looks pretty awesome. It was finally like a team second half besides Bowen, really. Everybody seemed to kind of click and kind of figure it out. And if you can find a team that clicks like that was what West Ham, that's what got us to Europa 2 years ago. That's what like kept us in the race last year, where we were just a tight knit group and a team that clicks. And if we can get back to that, then I think we can be competitive again. And right now are we even with Liverpool? So we're up there.
I think they won because they won 9-0. So I think they're 2 points ahead of us.
Well, oh yeah, they did. Shut up. They blew up Bournemouth. Okay, so minus,
all the way up to 9th.
We're close. We're behind, right behind Liverpool, just where we thought we'd be. Exactly.
Another thing which got me, good to hear was Fornals, where he was saying like the big thing was that they need to show all of these new players what it means to play for West Ham. I was like, yeah.
Because that's kind of what they're having to establish. Like, you had Noble there. You don't have Noble in the locker room to kind of like, this is what you do here. I mean, West Ham, there wasn't like a glamorous place to go in the past. In the last couple of seasons, like, hey, this is a team that's kind of knocking on the door of being one of like a year in, year out contender in the Premier League. Come on over here. And I think maybe that's why we're getting some of these signings. Maybe that's why we are getting like the guys from the French leagues and the Italian leagues to come over here, and we were a more appealing destination now. We are playing European football. It's not Champions League football, but like we're able to get better guys than we were, and you get pigeonholed in the Premier League if you're finishing 8th, 9th all the time. You're not going to get the guys, and I think that maybe this is something that is going to go being like we're going to look back at this. Remember when we went to Europa and then Conference League and then maybe we're Europa again? I don't fucking know. Like, remember those years? Like, that really kind of turned the whole West Ham thing around.
Yeah, I definitely think reaching the semi-finals of the Europa League has definitely helped our cause in attracting some players. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure if we weren't in Europe this year, even though, like I say, it's only the conference, but whatever, I don't think half these players would be playing for us this year.
Right.
So, onwards and upwards. Big news. I've been complaining about it. Thankfully, I can't remember why. I think it's something to do with Chelsea's game in the Champions League or something. But next weekend's, or this coming weekend's, game against Chelsea is no longer the early kickoff on Sunday. It's on Saturday now.
Nice.
It's still rather early, but I don't mind getting up early on a Saturday because it's Saturday. It's Sunday. I want to sleep in.
Yeah.
So Sunday we're all clear. So we're playing, but it's a couple of good games. So next up for West Ham, we've got Tottenham on Wednesday and Chelsea on Saturday. It's going to be an interesting couple of games.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, where are we at right? Tottenham third right now. Chelsea, even though they're sixth, but have you been watching many of their games? They haven't really been. They played well against Leicester after 10
by Leeds.
But yeah, they've been kind of hit and miss. So, how are you feeling now? How's your confidence level back on?
We'll probably still lose to Chelsea. But I think that maybe we're going to be more competitive. And West Ham does tend to play better. We played decent against Man City for like the start of the season, and then it was just kind of like we shit the bed against Brighton and we shit the bed against Nottingham Forest, and we kind of got a little bit of that mojo back against Villa. But I think that maybe we show up and play like I don't know. Chelsea kind of seems like they're figuring some shit out right now. I don't think Chelsea struggled to get the season going too, just not as bad as we did. So I think that we've definitely got a shot. I don't think we're gonna win this one. Maybe it's like a 1-1 game, something like that.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I would too. And I didn't realize we start Conference League so soon right after that either. That's next Thursday.
So we've got Tottenham on Wednesday, Chelsea on Saturday, and then FCSB on Thursday.
Very full schedule the next couple of weeks for West Ham.
Let's look at
pretty much every 3 days.
FCSB. Let's
from Romania. Taking on some Romanian team.
And they are currently... Wait, I'll just tell you. They are currently 13th in the Romanian league.
So I would hope that's a win.
I mean,
Really
they've had some tough games. You know, they did beat Shindia Targoviste.
Oh, dude, those are tough. That's a tough squad over there.
Yeah, and they hard fought draw against Mioveni. You know,
it's tough to go into that place and come out with a win for sure.
Yeah, so they did well. So yeah, we've got that to think of chocolate, and that should be that's the kind of games that hopefully keeps Dawson happy. I think we can definitely have enough depth.
And that's the beauty of like all the depth we have now.
Because now we can have Kera and Zuma at the back for the Premier League games, and maybe like Ogbonna and Dawson for the Europa League games.
I'd be fine with that.
And then Aguerd when he comes back from his injury after the World Cup. I'm sure someone else will be injured by then, knowing us. Mm-hmm. So,
well, don't say things like that. Are we gonna have Paqueta, Lucas Paqueta
from a Lyon, made official today, £50 million. So yeah, I mean, I'm always excited.
How many bitcoins is that?
A lot.
I don't know. I wouldn't just accept it in the answer you gave me.
Anytime I see on social media anyone I follow suddenly starts talking about bitcoins or cryptocurrency or NFTs, I just mute them. I can't be dealing with that shit. It just annoys me. Are you on that train or?
I don't know enough about it. Feels like I'm just throwing money and shit.
So you buy something that you don't physically own. It doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be behind on all this shit if it gets big, but I'm just kind of like right now. I'm just gonna gamble like a regular degenerate. All right.
Yeah, the two teams are playing. This is the spread. I can understand it. I can see
that. Yeah.
And then this monkey in a top hat and a monocle with different backgrounds. The fuck is that? No time for that. With that being said, I'm quietly confident for the Tottenham game this week, because that's the kind of I'm not saying it's a prediction. I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but those are the kind of games when West Ham are playing shit. Suddenly they go to
a get-up game
against Tottenham and just fucking smash them. So I'm hopeful for a win.
Tottenham's looking good though.
Tottenham are looking good.
Still fuck them though.
Yeah, like I could see us maybe like pulling out going nuts.
KK's little bitch ass can't make a fucking penalty. See that save? Like fucking sick, Harry. Where you go, loser? Fucking Sign hasn't scored a goal. He's gonna score 3 against us. Just watch. But like,
oh, has he not scored a goal this season yet?
No.
Oh well, there you go.
People are saying he's
guaranteed
washed.
a goal.
People are saying he's washed. I'm saying
you can put that.
If he doesn't score against us and we win, I'm saying he's washed.
Yep.
You heard that here.
That. But now I know he hasn't scored a goal yet. I'm now nervous.
Yeah, no, West Ham's a huge slump busted team.
It's all.
Don't worry, have a couple.
Whenever you see that going into a game where it's like, oh, Brentford haven't won on this date since 1954. Oh, well, there you go. They're playing West Ham next. Fantastic. Every fucking time. Do you want to push out like an official Claret Big Blue prediction or for both of those games?
I don't think we win against either of them, but maybe we play well. I don't know.
So should we just go for 2 draws?
Not feeling
settle with that.
Let's go 2 draws. I'll be okay with.
I reckon like
draws.
2-2 against Tottenham, 1-1 Chelsea.
Yeah, let's go with those.
That sounds good.
We'll probably lose both though.
And then I think that's it because then we don't play FCSB until so we can talk about that next week. But what are your thoughts on the group? We've got FCSB.
I didn't know any of them.
Silkeborg. I will say with straight. I'm familiar with Anderlecht. That's it.
Oh, really?
That's it.
So, I mean, all you know about Anderlecht.
They play in Belgium. That's it. So they're the team that I'm familiar with.
Breaking down Anderlecht.
And they are actually, aren't they? Wait a minute, aren't they? Now, before I say this, I'm not gonna make a fool of myself, but I'm pretty sure didn't they used to have? Wouldn't they used to be managed by like Vincent Company or something, the ex-Man City player? Did
I have no idea.
Or is that someone else?
I think Dr. Evil owned him. He was Belgian.
It was Vincent Company. Boom. But yes, not many people know that. Dr. Evil from Belgium.
Yeah. Belgian
You'd find
dip.
out. Belgian dip.
So we call it is Belgian dip.
Great films. Great films.
That group, I was like, I don't know who on any of these teams are. It's funny to me that there's just like teams that just have like 7 letters and that's it. Like it's just like, or 4 letters. Like what was it? We played Siska last year, like CSKA. I was like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, the Silkeborg. That sounds like I like the sound of that.
Are they Slovakian? This seems Slovakian.
They are. Shit. They are. Oh, fuck it. Google's being an asshole. But yeah, they're from somewhere in Europe. They're from somewhere. Somewhere in Europe.
And the Europa Conference League, they're from Europe. Can confirm.
You heard it here first.
With some sort of territory of Europe.
But you got to think we're aiming to win that group, right? Because I don't want to be messing around.
I would be let down if we did not. Yes.
We're going to get straight into the last 16. Get to the final.
Let's go in there. Let's fuck some shit up. Let's win the Conference League. And then we'll have more trophies than Tottenham has in Harry Kane's career.
Oh, that'd be
not including Betway Cups. Because we do have like 1 million Betway Cup trophies.
Yeah. But
Later talks about those.
A legit trophy. Oh, have you seen it? It's a beautiful trophy.
I mean, I've watched us win them several times. Pretty much every preseason we win it.
I think there was one we lost to Werder Bremen, but we don't talk about that one.
Yeah, we don't talk about that season. That was an off year.
Yeah, Germans, I'm sure they cheated.
That was then. This is now. Yeah, people forget Germany has a weird history.
They're not on the level. That's all we're saying. They're not on the level.
Exactly.
Let's talk about some Giants now.
You went to the game, huh?
I did. I went to the game.
Had yourself a good time, it looked like.
From what I could, yeah. Yes. It was very... My problem was, so we get there at 9 a.m. to start the tailgating experience. Because I wanted to be there at 9 a.m. so I could put the West Ham game on. And so I was like, start drinking. The problem was, and this is why I'm blaming it down to, it's not the fact that I drank too much. No. I drank the perfect amount. That's what I'm going to be saying. But the problem is, it was very hot. The sun was out. And it
does tend to happen when the sun is out.
And I didn't hydrate. I didn't hydrate enough.
Happens, dude.
Yeah.
I was going to mix in some waters.
So before we kind of break down the game, basically what had happened was, I remember the game ending because of that annoying last-minute touchdown from the Jets.
That's stupid. That was pretty stupid.
It was pretty stupid. So I remember that happening, and then the next thing I know, I'm at home in the shower, and then at 6:30, I was like, I'm going to bed. I'm done for the day.
Nothing wrong with that.
So that was my experience. But the game itself was so did you watch? How much of the game did you watch? Because I know we spoke pre.
I watched the first half pretty much, and then kind of off and on throughout that.
So from your experience of watching it on TV, what did you think? Because I thought, I mean, like we spoke a little off air, but it looked to me as it was the final preseason game. None of the starters played. None of the starters featured.
Yeah.
But It looked like just a bunch of people going, "Fuck it, it's the last chance."
Trying to make teams. They were trying to make teams. I mean,
to
you had
impress.
those guys. You didn't have Danny out there. He finished 14-16 in his final, what is now his final preseason performance. I think that it was smart to hold him back, and it was like, well, Daniel Jones needs to get more looks. He needs to go out there and do this. You know why we don't play starters in the week 3 preseason game now? Because what happened to Tyrod Taylor? He got laid the fuck out and was injured, and it looked bad at first. It says he's going to be okay. But you just don't want to risk that with Danny. And not that we want Tyrod to get hurt, because Tyrod's a solid backup, but that shit happens in the preseason, and it could have been way worse. And so it's like, yeah, that's why you sit Daniel Jones in this game right now. I think Alex Bachman has continued to be kind of the star of preseason. I don't see how this guy doesn't make the team now. He had 6 receptions in that game. It was just kind of like you could see him all over the field when he was in. There wasn't really a lot, again, no starters or anything like that. What was our running back that I liked? Gary Brightwell. I liked Gary Brightwell. He only had a couple of carries, but I think that Brightwell will be interesting. Platts Goomer, he got cut, so he's out. But Wan'Dale Robinson kind of being used out of the backfield is going to be a lot of fun to watch. I think Wan'Dale Robinson I'm very excited to see what Kafka and Dable use him in, like how they use him offensively this season, because you have Tony who can also do that. Like how many teams have 2 receivers that can just, there's definitely multiple teams like that, but like you could run them both out of screens in the backfield. We've been doing that with Shepard as well. Tony can throw the fucking ball. So like I could totally see like 2 backs. They're both receivers. Tony gets the ball, throws it. Like there's some trick plays. You can run some shit in this offense. And I think that the way that the protection didn't look great for Tyrod, but again, it was in our starting group. I think that if we could have an offensive line that could hold shit together the way that Dable and Kafka are riding shit up offensively, I'm really feeling good about it. I don't really know. I have not got a great read on the defense, but I think that we're going to kind of have some woes defensively this season. It'll be kind of a growing year, and hopefully we have some other guys. We've got a decent secondary, at least safeties wise. I'm interested to see how our corners kind of work things out this year, but it seems like that's gonna be our big problem right now. Daniel's kind of looked more comfortable. Going against air a lot of times, but in the limited number of reps he got in the preseason, I thought Daniel got more and more comfortable as it went on. I think he's going to continue to do that as the season goes. Dable knows this is a make or break year for him. Dable knows that we got to kind of cater things towards Daniel Jones, and I think that I don't know what to expect from Danny, but I think he's going to definitely improve this season, and I'm really excited about the offense. We've had all these weapons for years and years and years, and I feel like even when we got Saquon Barkley, we got Eli Manning, we got fucking Odell Beckham, and they're all gonna be on the same field. This is gonna be awesome. And then that just never manifested. It just never worked out. And now it's like we got Kadarius Toney, we got Sterling Shepard, we got Wan'Dale Robinson, we got fucking Kenny Galladay's dumbass over there doing absolutely nothing. Like, we can't cut him because he's like $30 million in cap right now, but maybe we could trade him. I don't think Darius Slayton makes this team right now. I think Darius Slayton, I saw we were fielding some trade offers possibly for him, but Darius Slayton could be a scratch or just a guy that doesn't make the roster right now because there's just not a spot for him. There's so many things that we can do with this offense. Bachman fits that Cole Beasley role that the Bills used him in a lot. And I'm not just saying that because he's like a white receiver, but like a slot guy right there. Then you also have Wan'Dale and Tony. Like I have no idea how they're going to use all these guys because I just can't wait to see them all on the field at the same time. There could be so much. Like there could be such a fucking offensive explosion this season for this Giants group if everything goes right. And I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that it will. But I'm very nervous about what we're going to be doing defensively. Although I think Wink Martindale has been known for being a great defensive coordinator or defensive guy. So I feel like we've got a guy that can figure out what to do with it. I just think that first couple of weeks it's going to be kind of tough.
Plus, if things don't go his way, I think he knows a guy that can off you. He looks like that kind of guy.
True. His name's Wink. I'll mess with the guy's name's Wink.
Yeah.
They know guys.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Anyway,
bless you. To your wife.
Bless you. But yeah, I think it's definitely. I mean, we'll go into it a little bit more next week.
We can do our full
preview
rundown
the
on the
game.
Giants season. Then
we'll go in for you. But yeah, I'm definitely excited because I think, I don't think the fact that this is a make or break year for Daniel Jones is lost on him. So I think he knows that he's going to go out. So for better or worse, I think we're going to see the best of Daniel Jones this year. Whether this ends up being good enough, who knows? But I think I'm just definitely excited to
finally
see
put him in
happens.
a situation to succeed at least.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, so next week we're going to obviously preview the season opener against the Titans, and we'll work out what our record is going to be this year and how we're going to win the Super Bowl. All that coming up
Exactly
next week. Still to come up this week. I know this is Monday, so we're normally on Tuesday. We'll be back next Tuesday in our usual slot. But coming up in 2 days' time now, not tomorrow, so you have to wait an extra day after hearing our voices to hear some more content, or maybe you don't, I don't know. What's your schedule looking like this week? So obviously, Pass the Gravy coming up on Wednesday. What's the PCG Bro schedule looking like this week?
Well, Pass the Gravy, Wednesday for sure. We're going to talk about mixed weight relationships. That's a thing now. I also can't be trusted with new cutlery because I just continuously cut myself unintentionally. I'm not great at cutting things, apparently, with sharp objects.
That specifically, quote unquote, cutlery, or is it just the knives? Because I'm gonna assume what you. So you've cut yourself on a spoon.
Serrated blades as well. No, that's not really cutlery.
Yes, it is knife, fork, and spoon. All cutlery.
Knives are cutlery.
No,
yeah, we'll talk about.
No. Knives. At least forks.
Knives cut things.
Yeah, but you've never cut anything with a spoon.
No.
You've never. Oh.
I don't know what you do in England, Mike, but we don't do that here.
Oh, I'm talking about Chinese food, Filipino food, shit like that. You can fork and spoon, baby.
I don't know about that, dude. This sounds crazy, man. But we'll be telling you guys what's not cool throughout the week, and there's some stuff. We got a good show for you on Wednesday for Pass the Gravy. Pass the Gravy, bro. We had an episode last night. We're gonna have an episode Wednesday night after the veto episode of Big Brother. Then there's an eviction episode that I won't be on for because I have previous plans, but Allison and Pat will hold things down on Thursday night, and they'll recap the live eviction after that happens. And then tomorrow I will be on Barry on Deck with Barry Laminack. He's a fun, awesome comedian from the Houston area, but I'm going to be on his show tomorrow at about 3 o'clock Central Time if you want to tune in. And I don't know exactly what we're going to be talking about just yet, but yeah, me and Barry are going to be chopping it up. Barry on Deck, and you can find him on YouTube. Barry on Deck, just search that and hit that subscribe button and set your notifications for tomorrow. And I'm doing all kinds of podcasts this week. But Mike, what about Waffle Box birthday week? Waffle Box, where we got something special for everybody?
Absolutely, everyone's heard of the Mile High Club. Not many people know about the Mile High Fight Club. We'll be talking about that on Wednesday's new episode of Waffle Box. Plus, Natalie Portman being held up by drug dealers in Baltimore for her new show, which is set to stop production. More of that. And then we'll talk about Idris Elba's new movie, 3,000 Years of Longing, and obviously done world records and all that good stuff. As usual, this week on Waffle Box. So make sure you get all that content. Easy way to do that, follow on social medias at Pass the Gravy Pod and at Wafflebox Pod to get all of the content in your ears and your face.
Yeah, man.
Just again, a quick reminder, go to cbbpod.com for all the links. That's where you can find out where you can buy our sweet merch. That's where you can subscribe to our audio platforms, whether you're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all that good stuff. Or if you are listening to us and you want to watch us, we do stream live, normally every Tuesday at 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Central, on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, and also on demand on those same platforms. But any closing words, Alex? Any
happy birthday, buddy! Happy birthday, man! May 37 be the best year yet, pal.
But technically, 21 minutes until my British birthday officially begins.
I'll have to set a reminder to text you in 20 minutes then. A happy British birthday.
Appreciate it. So yeah, next week I'll be officially 1 year older and 1 year closer to 40.
There you go.
But let's say, life begins. So good stuff. But until next week, of course, come on, you irons. And we'll see you next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go to Peyton. He's going to break down that touchdown.
Can't hear shit.
Never mind.